Most men I speak with are searching for the next big thing. A better diet. A new supplement. An exercise plan to get their strength back. But let me tell you something that might surprise you. The thing that improves your life the most might be the smallest habit you've never even considered. Not a workout. Not a medication. Not a full routine. Just 30 seconds. Right when you wake up. Now, maybe this sounds too simple. But before you dismiss it, let me ask you this. How do your mornings feel lately? Do you wake up groggy? Staring at the ceiling for a few seconds trying to remember what day it is? Do your thoughts start racing before your feet even touch the floor? Or maybe, you skip the pause altogether and go straight for the phone. Straight into the noise. And from that moment on, your whole day feels off. Heavy. Out of rhythm. Here's the truth. It's not just about how you sleep. It's about how you start. Because the way you begin your morning becomes the signal your brain uses to run everything that follows: your energy, your mood, your digestion, even your blood pressure and hormones. That's why in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you one tiny habit, something you can do right when you sit up in bed, that sends a message to your nervous system: I'm calm. I'm clear. I'm in control today. It takes 30 seconds. You don't need anything but your breath. But the difference it makes? That lasts all day. Let me show you how it works. You already know some of the things that help. Move your body. Drink more water. Breathe deeper. Sleep well. Eat better. And yet, most men over 60 don't start. Not because they're lazy. Not because they don't care. But because somewhere along the way, they stopped believing small things could still make a difference. You've tried diets that didn't stick. You've started programs that felt overwhelming. You've told yourself, I'll do it when I have more energy, but energy doesn't come from waiting. It comes from momentum. And momentum begins with something you can actually do every day. Not something extreme. Not something complicated. Just one tiny win your brain and body can recognize as a step forward. Because here's what happens after 60, your motivation isn't triggered by pressure anymore. It's triggered by consistency. By small, doable signals that say, you're showing up. You still matter. You're not done. That's why this one habit I'm about to show you works so well. It doesn't demand strength. It doesn't require discipline. It just needs you, awake, breathing, and willing to give yourself 30 seconds of presence. Before we get there, let me tell you a story. It starts with a man named Bill. And it begins, like most change does, not in the gym, but in the first quiet moment of the morning. Bill is 74. He used to be a history teacher, sharp mind, steady voice, always in control. But after retirement, something shifted. He told me, mornings feel foggy now. I wake up, but I don't feel awake. And before I even get out of bed, I'm already frustrated. Like many men his age, he wasn't depressed. He wasn't sick. But something felt missing. He tried walks. He tried vitamins. He even downloaded a meditation app. Nothing stuck. So I asked him to do one thing, just one. Not exercise. Not a meal plan. Not a routine. I said, tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't reach for anything. Just sit up. Plant both feet on the floor. Take a breath in for 3 seconds, hold it for 2, then breathe out for 4. Repeat that twice. That's it. He laughed. That's it, that's it. He tried it the next morning. Then again the next. And again. Here's what happened. After day 3, he stopped checking his phone first thing. After day 5, he started making himself a light breakfast, something he hadn't done in years. After day 7, he told me, I don't dread the day anymore, I ease into it. He didn't change his whole life. He didn't do anything extreme. He just gave himself 1 minute, first thing in the morning, to breathe, to ground, and to remember, I'm here. I'm steady. I'm still me, and from that small moment, his entire day started to feel different. Coming up next, I'll show you why that one habit worked, and how just 30 seconds of intention can shift your body's entire rhythm after 60. At this point, you might be wondering, how could something that small change so much? Here's why it works. After age 60, your body doesn't respond the way it used to. Not to stress. Not to change. Not to pressure. But it still responds, beautifully, to rhythm. The nervous system, especially in men over 60, becomes more sensitive to small, repeated signals. And when you give it a gentle cue, day after day, it begins to trust you again. That 30-second morning habit Bill used? It wasn't about the breath. It was about the message that breath sent to his brain. You're safe, you're present, you're leading today. Here's what happens, biologically. Checkmark 1. You activate the vagus nerve, it's the calming switch for your nervous system. Just 2 intentional breaths can lower morning cortisol and reduce anxiety. Checkmark 2. You reset your circadian rhythm the moment light hits your eyes and breath hits your lungs. You're telling your body, it's morning. Let's align. This helps regulate energy, digestion, and hormone release for the rest of the day. Checkmark 3. You train your prefrontal cortex, that's the decision-making center of your brain. Tiny habits, done daily, strengthen its grip, literally helping you feel more in control. And here's the big takeaway. Tiny habits don't fix you. They reconnect you. They tell your aging body and mind, you're still capable. You're still in command. You're still home. Next, I'll walk you through that habit step by step, exactly how to do it, when to do it, and how to make it stick. And trust me, once you try it, you'll feel it. You don't need an app. You don't need equipment. And you don't need more willpower. You just need this one habit, done at the same time, every day. And here it is. Checkmark the habit. Ground and breathe right after waking up, before you check your phone, before you leave the bed. Sit up slowly, place both feet flat on the floor, rest your hands on your thighs, inhale through your nose for 3 seconds, hold that breath gently for 2 seconds, exhale slowly through your mouth for 4 seconds, repeat this 2 times, that's it. 30 seconds. No noise. No rush. Just a signal to your entire body that you're awake, present, and safe. What it does, calms the fight or flight reflex many men experience upon waking, anchors your nervous system in stability, activates the vagus nerve and begins balancing your heartbeat, digestion, and energy flow, improves mental clarity, physical posture, and emotional steadiness, all in under a minute. Why it works for men over 60? Because at this stage of life, it's not about intensity. It's about intention. Your body no longer needs to be pushed. It needs to be guided. This simple morning practice becomes your anchor, something your system can rely on, even when the rest of the day feels chaotic. You might think, this is too small to matter. But I promise you, after a few days of doing this consistently, you'll wonder why no one ever taught you sooner. Coming up next, I'll show you exactly how to make this habit stick, and what to expect when you do. So now you know the habit. It's simple. It's quick. But here's the truth, simple doesn't mean easy, unless it's designed to last. If you want this 30-second habit to actually change your life, you don't just need the steps, you need a way to make it automatic. And the secret? It's not motivation. It's structure. Let me give you 3 rules that make tiny habits stick, especially for men over 60. Checkmark 1. Anchor it. Don't leave it floating in your day. Attach it to something you already do, like waking up. That moment when you open your eyes, instead of reaching for your phone, reach for the habit. Feet on the floor. Breath in. Hold. Out. Repeat. It becomes a part of your morning rhythm, like brushing your teeth. Checkmark 2. Repeat it no matter what. The power of this habit isn't what it does on day 1. It's what it unlocks on day 7, day 14, day 30. Even if you're tired. Even if you're traveling. Even if you wake up late, don't skip it. Don't replace it. Don't complicate it. Just show up. For 30 seconds. That's all. Your body doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to be predictable. Checkmark 3. Reflect. Reinforce the win. Right after you finish, say something. Out loud or in your mind. Something as simple as, I showed up today, or, I'm steady. Why? Because this moment of reflection sends a reward signal to your brain. And that small dose of dopamine makes it more likely you'll return tomorrow. Anchor. Repeat. Reflect. That's how small things become permanent changes. That's how this becomes more than a habit, it becomes a part of who you are again. Up next, I want to leave you with something deeper, a reminder that this isn't about fixing anything. It's about returning to something that's still inside you. If no one's told you this lately, let me be the one. You're not too late. Not for change. Not for strength. Not for calm mornings or steady days. You're right on time. Because you're finally doing something most men never stop to do, you're listening. Not to the noise. Not to the world's idea of what a man should be. But to the quiet signals inside you, the ones that say, I want to feel good in my body again. I want to trust my own rhythm. I want to start my day with intention, not reactivity. This habit isn't flashy. It's not extreme. It's not meant to impress anyone. It's meant to rebuild trust between your breath and your nervous system, your thoughts and your presence, your body and your sense of control. And that trust? It changes everything. Because when you begin your morning with awareness, with 30 seconds of calm, grounding breath, you're not just easing into the day. You're reclaiming leadership over how that day feels. And slowly, that begins to ripple into how you eat, how you walk, how you speak, how you sleep, how you live. This isn't about perfection. It's about returning to the version of yourself that feels steady, alert, and quietly confident. And that version? He's still here. He's always been here. He just needed one small door to walk back through. So here's your invitation. Not a challenge. Not a program. Just a promise to yourself. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, try it. No phone. No rush. Just you, your breath, and 30 seconds. Sit up. Place your feet on the ground. Inhale for 3. Hold for 2. Exhale for 4. Do it twice. That's it. That's the habit. That's the moment where your comeback begins. And when you do it, come back here. Comment, day 1 done, let me know how it felt. Let others know they're not alone. Because every time one of you shows up, it reminds another man that change isn't about doing everything. It's about doing one thing, with intention. And if someone came to mind while you were watching this, a friend, a brother, a neighbor, someone who starts their mornings in chaos or quiet frustration, share this video with him. It might give him the calm start he didn't know he needed. And if you want more simple, real habits like this, ones that honor your age, your pace, and your strength, hit subscribe and join this movement of men over 60 showing up for themselves in a whole new way. Because in the end, you don't need more noise. You need a moment of peace. And it can start tomorrow morning.